So guys, in the video we are going to discuss why Oppo F1s is better than LG G4 instead of LG G4 is a flagship device from the LG and Oppo is F1s is a mid-range device from the Oppo. So in this video I will give you my opinions why Oppo F1 has better things than the LG G4. So without wasting time, let's get started. So guys, the first thing I like in the Oppo F1s is the metallic design. So the F1s is having the metallic design and the aluminum body from the back. It's having the platinum, or I would say the metal sides, and having the metal back, so it's a feel very premium in the hands, while the LG G4 is having the plastic bag and on the side it's having stainless steel side. So you have not very shiny sides, but in the Oppo you having the aluminum side, so it's feel very nice in hand and not feel very slippery in hand, while the LG G4 also have the removable back, which is nice, but nowadays the mobile are getting smaller and bezel-less, so the removable back has been gone from Samsung, LG and every device. So the Oppo having this good advantage than the LG G4. So guys, the second thing I like in the Oppo F1s is the fingerprint sensor on the front. So the Oppo F1 has the very fast fingerprint scanner as compared to LG G4. So the LG G4 is not having the fingerprint scanner on the back, but LG will put the fingerprint sensor in the LG G5 but not in the LG G4. So it's a very disappointing thing. So the Oppo is a mid-range device, and the Oppo will have the fingerprint sensor on the F1 and the F1s. So it's a very good point from the Oppo that is giving a very fast fingerprint scanner on the very mid-range devices. So I will also test the fingerprint sensor in the front of you. So 1 2 3 go. So you see very quick fingerprint sensor I will see on the phone. 0.1 second unlock. You see I will put the finger on the fingerprint sensor and it just instantly unlock the device. So this is the second feature I like in the Oppo F1s. So guys, the third thing I like in the Oppo F1s is the battery timing of this mobile. So I like the battery timing of the Oppo F1s as compared to LG G4, because the Snapdragon 888 processor is a very high-end processor, but the battery life of this processor is not good as the Oppo F1s, because higher the processor, higher the battery life is. So the Oppo F1s having the Helio P10 processor. So the Helio P10 processor is not a high-end processor, but it consumes a lot of low battery as compared to Snapdragon 888 processor, which consume a lot of battery while using the high multitasking and gaming performance. So in this advantage, the Oppo F1s is good in the battery performance test, because both having the same battery, but Oppo F1s having the longer screen on time as compared to the LG G4. So the LG G4 can always do up to 3.5 hour or screen on time, but the Oppo is having the 4 hour 30 minutes screen on time as I use in my local usage. So guys, the fourth thing I like in the Oppo F1 is the camera. So the camera of the Oppo F1 is very great as compared to the LG G4. So the saturation and the contrast of the Oppo F1s camera is great, and the focusing is very fast as compared to LG G4, while the LG G4 also having the laser autofocus, but the Oppo having a lot good autofocus as compared to the LG G4. So it takes a very good, nice and sharp image of the object. So you can see that a shallow depth of field is having in the background. So it's not a dual camera setup, but it's a 2016 phone, but it's also a mid-range phone. So the Oppo F1 is having the 13 megapixel camera, but the image quality is very high as compared to mid-range devices. So I don't accept this type of camera quality in the Oppo F1s against the mid-range device. So now let's check the LG G4 camera. So now we are here on the LG G4 camera. So let's take a shot. So you see it's having a flash on the shot. So let's take a picture. So here you can see that the picture has been taken. So you can see that the quality is not good as compared to Oppo F1s, because sometimes the LG G4 camera have some saturation and contrast in ugly side because of its laser autofocus. So sometimes it's not focusing as good as in the good light performer, but in the low light this focus problem is very slow as compared to Oppo F1s. So that's the reason I like Oppo F1s camera, because it's a mid-range device and the Oppo is given a lot better camera than the LG G4. So guys, the fifth thing I like in the Oppo F1s is the performance. So I'll do the performance test with the LG G4 against the Oppo F1s in my channel. So if you watched the video, you have see that the Oppo F1s starts quickly in the Helio P10 processor, while the LG G4 having the Snapdragon 808 processor, and it does not boot up as quicker than the Oppo F1s. But will it boot against the HTC Desire 10 Pro or not? So I will also do a speed test against the HTC Desire 10 Pro. So if you watch the video, you see that the LG G4 doesn't boot as quickly as the Helio processor. So that's the reason I like Oppo F1s, because it's not a flagship device, but instead of this the Oppo boots are faster, and in my speed test the apps opening and the animation of the Oppo F1 is fast as compared to the LG G4. That's why I like Oppo F1s because of its mid-range devices and its price. We will getting a lot better device than a flagship device. So here is the fifth reason I like Oppo F1s against the LG G4. So guys, here is the my opinion of these both are devices, why Oppo F1s is better than LG G4. So guys, if you agree with my opinion, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you like this opinion of my Oppo F1s, don't forget to hit the like button, also subscribe my channel, and also ring the bell icon right to the subscribe button. So if you watch this video, you will get notified by my always on the future videos. So I will catch up you in the next video. Bye bye.